So today's video is a bit different, as you can probably tell from the title. I decided to be completely honest about my surgery. I was originally just telling friends and family, but it's something that will make quite a difference over time. People will realise I live in quite a small community, people talk. I just thought the best way to go about it was just to be as open and honest as possible. Maybe I could even help people that are going through the same thing. So I'm going to do this like a Q&A session. I'll post a question, then I'll give the answer to it. For those who follow me on Instagram, I have already spoken about this openly. I did do a post on there and the support was just amazing, so I thought I'd bring it to YouTube and vlog my journey really. On December the 13th, I actually had a gastric sleeve fitted, a surgery that takes away 2/3 of your stomach. So it's usually offered on the NHS for people who are severely overweight, or you can have it done privately as well if you so wish. Today is Monday the 23rd of December, so I had the surgery done 10 days ago. I posted the next day on Instagram and the support was just absolutely overwhelming. Like, quick shout out to everybody that commented, everybody that liked the post, everybody that's messaged me separately. I've had over 100 people comment or message me just to wish me the best of luck and to say how proud they are of me, and honestly, I'm gonna cry. Beyond overwhelming. Yeah, it was a really, oh my god, I'm actually getting emotional. It was a really big decision. It was probably like 2 years pending, didn't discuss it with anybody, and yeah, here we are. In life, I have always struggled with my weight. I've always been a bigger girl. I wouldn't necessarily have classed myself as obese as such, looking at me. Always been overweight, always been curvy, chunky, whatever you want to call it. I've never struggled with confidence, I've never struggled with guys, and I honestly just felt as though I had quite a tough year. It wasn't my easiest of years, and things were spiralling out of control, and I reached probably my heaviest weight at the end of November. And just decided that this was the best option for me. Like I said, I've never let it affect me in life, but it was getting to the stage where my health was at risk. I'm so thankful and grateful that I don't struggle with diabetes or back pain or any of the common factors that usually come with being overweight, and I just decided to nip it in the bud before it was too late. When I first considered weight loss surgery, I was originally going to have the band, but a few people warned me about the reversible effects and how a lot of people had had the band and they had let themselves go, and also how things can go so wrong with the band, how it can slip out of place and things like that. The sleeve is actually a bit more permanent, so they actually cut 2/3 of your stomach away, and to me, after comparing both of them, even though it was a bit more expensive, the sleeve was the better option for me. If I was gonna decide to go through with weight loss surgery and I was gonna do something so severe, it had to be right for me, and it had to be something that was for life, rather than, yeah, I'll do it, I'll see if it works, and if not, whatever, it's reversed, it's cool. That just wasn't an option for me. It needed to be something permanent and something that was gonna change my life, basically. So just to explain to you, you can go NHS if you're thinking about having weight loss surgery. Your BMI needs to be at 40 in order to have the gastric sleeve or the band. Unfortunately, I had reached the stage where my BMI had just touched 40, which is classed as clinically obese. It's quite weird for me to come out on camera and say this because it's such a sensitive topic, but at the end of the day, those are the facts, and I'm not going to deny that. That is what happened. So I could have done NHS, but for multiple reasons I decided to go private. So the first reason that I chose to go private is because I actually have a close friend who had the gastric band, and she recommended a surgeon specifically to me. He is a private surgeon, so there was no chance that I could get him by going on the NHS. The second reason was to do with the waiting time. So I think the waiting time on the NHS for weight loss surgery such as a band or a sleeve, I think it's something like 2.5 years. And the way my weight was spiraling out of control, I just felt like if I was going to wait 2.5 years, by that point I probably would have been diabetic or something even worse. I just needed help with it ASAP, basically. It had reached a point where I think my parents were a bit worried, and I think my friends have always been worried, but they've always loved me for who I am. But at the end of the day, my health was at risk, and I just decided it was the right decision there and then. So I made the decision in June, and then they gave me a surgery date of December the 13th. So I didn't have to wait that long, 6-7 months. Yeah, it's not that bad. And the third and final reason that I decided to go private, a bit controversial, but I didn't feel that UK taxpayers, like the government or the people around me, the councils, whatever, I didn't feel like they should have to pay for my surgery just because I decided to overeat as a child. Everyone's like, oh, it's so noble of you and stuff, but I literally just see it as, this is my fault. I've overeaten my whole life, and nobody else should be put to blame for that but myself. You can blame my mum for buying a takeout one day, or you can blame my friends for going for milkshakes with me rather than salads, but at the end of the day, it's my choice and I have to be held accountable for my actions. When you pay for private, you also get a dietitian, a nurse, a therapist and a PT. All these people, they're a great team. They've been calling me and making sure I'm okay and making sure that I'm doing the right things. I've got all of them on WhatsApp if I just want to message them and ask them a question. I literally couldn't ask for a better support system. So yes, of course, like I said, so I'm 24 and I'd say that I've been dieting since I was about 15, 16. Seeing a dietitian, Weight Watchers, personal trainers, meal plans. Literally, I know it sounds cliche, but every single option you can think of, I've tried it. And the thing is with me, if you know me like personally or you've watched any of my other videos, I adore sports. Like, I was on every single sports team in high school. I still play netball to this day, like maybe once or twice a week. And I don't necessarily love the gym, not gonna lie about that. But ask me to go for a run and I'll go for a run. I absolutely adore sport and I absolutely adore healthy eating. Unfortunately, I also love sitting at home and doing absolutely nothing and eating all the wrong foods. And specifically where food's concerned, I eat really badly. So when you say, did you try other options? Absolutely, of course, like since I was about 15, so for about 9 years, like I said, yo-yo dieting, but it just got to the stage where it seemed like this was my last option. And in hindsight, I know it's only been 10 days, but I think I made the right choice. As a whole, like I said, we're 10 days post-surgery now, and I'm really impressed with myself. Like, I'm a strong woman. So I was bedbound for the first couple of days. When I say bedbound, I was on my sofa, could not even get off the sofa if I wanted to, watching Suits and trying to drink as much as this is possible and drinking maybe about that much in the day. It was quite a struggle at first. Obviously there was a lot of pain around my stitches on my stomach, but I think naturally I'm actually quite a healthy person. Got quite a fighting spirit, and I've just bounced back really well. I'm walking around well. My dietitian called me and said that I was able to move on to sloppy foods in the next couple of days, which is great. And my PT called me to say that I can do 30 minutes cardio a day. Doesn't seem like much compared to the 45-minute netball matches that I was doing, but they'll come soon, and 30 minutes of cardio a day is great. So happy with that for now. So this is quite an ironic question because obviously I'm only 10 days post-surgery, so you wouldn't think that the weight loss has been that much, but they did warn me that the majority of the weight loss would come within sort of the first 6 to 12 months of my surgery. I actually can't quite get over how quickly I've lost quite a lot of weight already. So I had my pre-op diet, which started on the 29th of November. Since the 29th of November, I've lost 24 pounds. It's 10.8 kilograms for anyone who works in a different metric. Yeah, I feel incredible. Like, obviously it's just the start and we're only 10 days in, but I just feel like a different person. I feel like my confidence shines even more, like with my friends and family, and I just can't wait for the rest of the journey basically. So essentially it's 1 week bed rest, which only sort of lasted 4 days because I'm fine. So it's 1 week bed rest, and then it's essentially 6 weeks to sort of get into the diet. We're coming to the end of week 2 now and it's going super well, literally no complaints. But yeah, it's 6 weeks out the rest of my life, so it seems like a bit of a slog, but it's just not. I just wanted to be really open with anybody watching this. I just feel like being honest is just the best way to go about this. I've got no reason to lie, and yeah, it's quite a personal topic, but I'm really proud of it, and we'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. So I'm gonna end the video here, but thank you so much for watching. Like, I know I say it at the end of every video, but this is a bit different, obviously, because it's quite a personal video. As I said in the video, if you are considering weight loss surgery and you'd like some advice, I'm not an expert, but I'm somebody that has suffered with her weight all her life, and I made the decision and there's no reason I can't help you make yours. As always, make sure to like, make sure to comment, and make sure to subscribe. I always get this wrong. Make sure to like, make sure to comment. Do you know what? You know what to do. Bye.